Today in this video we will delve into the theory of evolution, and expose its arguments. When we think about evolution, this is what comes to our mind: an ape becoming a man over time. But this image is not rightly representing the theory of evolution. So let's get to the video. In 1844 Charles Darwin proposed the theory of evolution in his book titled, Origin of Species. In this theory he states that, millions of years back, a single-celled creature were created naturally, then it evolved into higher organisms like human beings. This theory states that dinosaurs evolved into birds, and ape-like creatures to human beings. Many scientists now accept this theory as a matter of fact. In many schools and universities, it is taught in their textbooks as scientific truth. But is it really the case? Science means knowledge. Science is the study of natural and physical world using observations and testing. But evolution can't be tested or be observed. Let us look the arguments evolutionists use to prove evolution. 1. Homology. When we read biology textbooks, homology is used as an argument for evolution. Homology means similarities in anatomy. Evolutionists say that similarities in physical structure of certain animals prove common ancestry. For example, limbs of man, dog and apes are similar. These evolutionists use this as their argument, but this doesn't prove common ancestry. For example, if two buildings are similar in their shape and design, that doesn't mean these buildings are evolved from a common ancestor. If me and my friend look similar, that doesn't mean we are born to same parents, or we have common ancestor. When we look at human beings and apes or other animals, their mental and moral area is very different. Human beings have moral values, but animals don't have moral values. When a lion kills a deer we won't say it is a murder or it is objectively wrong. But when a man kills another man, we say it is a murder or crime. In court the murderer will be punished, but we never take a lion who killed a deer to the court and punish it. Human beings have moral values and law, but evolution can't show why human beings have moral values. So this argument is entirely wrong. Before going to next argument, let's look at chemical evolution. In schools and universities textbooks use Miller's experiment to prove chemical evolution, how life originated naturally without God's intervention. In 1953, scientist Stanley Miller performed an experiment that may explain what occurred on primitive Earth billions of years ago. He sent an electrical charge through a flask of a chemical solution of methane, ammonia, hydrogen and water. These gases are meant to be found in primitive Earth. After some days he got few amino acids as result. This experiment is used by many evolutionists to prove that life originated naturally without God. There are few problems for this experiment. Firstly, even we got amino acids, that is no way near creating a single cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. A single cell is highly complex, that it must need an intelligent designer. Secondly, scientific community recently found that gases seen in primitive Earth include nitrogen and carbon dioxide. When Miller again did this experiment with these gases he didn't get any amino acids. So this experiment is wrongly did to prove chemical evolution. This experiment only proves that certain inorganic compounds can be converted to organic compounds. Life comes from life, life will not come from non-life. 2. Vestigial organs. Vestigial organs are defined as the organs that have no apparent function and are considered to be the residual parts from the past ancestors. Evolutionists say that there are vestigial organs in humans, which are useful for our ancestors and now became useless. They claim that sinuses, appendix, coccyx, wisdom tooth, external ear, nictitating membrane and tonsils are vestigial organs, but in fact that is not the truth. In the past these organs were considered to be vestigial, but modern science found out that they have use. Let's examine these organs. 1. Sinuses. They secrete mucus to protect against infection and humidify the air you breathe before it reaches the lungs. 2. Appendix. Appendix play a role in immune system by harboring beneficial bacteria. 3. Coccyx. Along with being the insertion site for multiple muscles, ligaments, and tendons, it also serves as one leg of the tripod, along with the ischial tuberosities, that provides weight-bearing support to a person in the seated position. 3. Wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth provide support in the back of the mouth, and help maintain bone in the jaw. 4. External ear. It collects sound waves and channels them into the ear canal, external auditory meatus where the sound is amplified. 5. Nictitating membrane. It helps for protection of eye, and to moisten it while maintaining visibility. 6. Tonsils. The main function of tonsils is fighting infection. Your tonsils contain a lot of white blood cells, which help kill germs. As your tonsils are in the back of your throat, they can catch germs that enter your body through your nose or mouth. These organs have use in our body, so the argument of vestigial organs is misleading. And many evolutionists say that there is junk DNA in our body, but this is entirely wrong. 3. Mutation. A mutation is a change in the DNA sequence of an organism. Evolutionists say that mutation cause evolution, but in reality what mutation do is creating slight changes in the gene. Mutation can cause variance, but it will never change one kind of animal to another. In nature mutation is extremely rare, and mutations are dangerous for the species. For example, due to mutation in humans, cause sickle cell anemia. Due to this we will not get affected by malaria, but it is very dangerous for humans. This cause RBC shape to shrunken. So what mutation does is causing variations, or negatively affecting the organisms. So the argument of mutation does not prove change of kinds which Darwin proposed in his book. Dr. H. J. Muller, the Nobel Prize winner, strongly denies the argument based on mutation. 4. Paleontological evidence. Evolutionists claim that there are paleontological evidence for evolution. They say that fossils of lower species can be seen down in the rock layers, and fossils of higher species can be seen upside in the rock layers. But when we examine fossils, the evidence is showing the opposite. The Cambrian explosion is an event happened about 540 million years ago, where many different biological species were suddenly found in fossil record. There is no gradual change we can see a sudden formation of different biological species out of nowhere. This proves the biblical account of creation, where God created all living creatures on the 5th day of creation. These arguments which evolutionist points, are totally wrong and misleading. We should not look for human interpretation of scientific data, we should trust in God's word. Life is irreducibly complex. Evolution can't explain morality, and how first life originated in Earth. Only God's word Bible could explain these. So there is no real evidence for evolution. Let's follow God's word where that leads us. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this.